Hey, my name is George. You're watching the 757 Hustle Show. We're hanging out here today with Maria dos Lunes. We're doing some international MOTU for all you fans out there. We're having a little bit of talking here. And we're going to cut to the chase. So, Maria de Lunes, how are you? ¿Cómo está, señorita? ¿Todo está bien?
See, I'm fine. I'm very happy to be here, to be joining you for this, the thing that you have prepared. It's going to be so much fun, I think.
Yes. So, I'm going to, right before we get into that, I just want to say, where are you located, Maria?
Well, I live in Mexico. I've lived here all my life. And I'm a fan since a very early age, since the beginning of time, I think.
Yeah, all of us, right? Time doesn't end for MOTU. We don't want to grow up. But how was in Mexico? How was MOTU? Was it on TV, T-shirts, toys? Like, where did you see He-Man and all these guys?
Well, the first time I saw He-Man was through figures. A friend of mine started collecting them, and then the cartoon hit the TV screens. And back then we didn't have many options, so we all watched it, and it's very big. It has an extremely big fan base here in Mexico, and I understand it's the case in all over Latin America and even in Spain. So still to this day.
Was He-Man talking to you in English, or was he speaking to you in Spanish?
In Spanish, of course.
See, right? A lot of people don't realize. So it's pretty cool to know that our He-Man habla español.
Yes, and what a voice they got for him. And here, the voice actor, he has this amazing manly voice that stuck with us. Like, I think that's why I was so fond of Prince Adam, because he sounded a lot better in Spanish than he sounds in English. I have to say, I'm sorry, but yeah.
Right before we went on, I heard the clip. We both heard the clip, and she showed it to me. And I said to myself, man, Prince Adam sounds manlier than He-Man. You know, Latino Prince Adam sounds manlier than than American He-Man. You know, it's like, yo soy Adam, como está? And I'm like, man, that's a good looking He-Man. But
maybe that's why I have a long-standing crush on Prince Adam that nobody seems to understand. I think it's because of this voice actor. I think
definitely a different portrayal. Definitely a different portrayal. How it was translated into that version. What else does MOTU like? What else be toys? You collect toys, the filmation, the cartoons. I mean, what is it else you do with MOTU in your life?
Well, I was never collecting. I didn't own figures from Masters of the Universe. I did have some Princess of Power. I still do. I still own. I still have my vintage figures, and
She-Ra?
I only She-Ra, Catra, and Glimmer, I think. And I had Swiftwind.
Oh, okay, so that's pretty cool.
Lost ever since, but yeah, those I had those, and I played with them a lot. And now my little girl, I have a little girl, and she loves playing with those figures too.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I have started. Well, I'm not exactly collecting, but I have bought a few figures from the Masterverse line that I love, and yeah, they make sense and they are very nice.
I have the Masterverse too. I'm like totally, and I love their Tila and the way they'll look and they pose. My wife was like, "Are you playing with your dolls again?" I'm like, "Collectibles, action figures." So
yeah, no, I play with the dolls. Yeah, I don't have a problem with it, and so does my daughter. And it's something that I didn't expect, but she loves to play with them, and that's like the fan dream, right? To pass
it on.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't play with my He-Man. When growing up watching the cartoon, or whenever you watch the cartoon, what was the actor who played his? You mentioned that he was pretty popular actor.
Yeah, he's the voice actor. The first time that I noticed his voice was through He-Man, but he had already like made the dubbing for Conan movie, the He-Man live action. He also did the voice for that one, and also more recently he's dubbed Morgan Freeman movies. So he has this very manly deep voice. He was very young. He was in his early 20s, I think.
What was his name?
Ruben Moya. Like
Ruben,
Ruben Blades, Ruben Moya.
Ruben Moya. Wow. That so the guy who voiced He-Man voiced Conan the Barbarian. So that's pretty cool. That's actually like the same guy, and he voiced He-Man in the movie.
Yeah. And I interviewed him like about a year ago in Spanish. We have this interview with him. He was so nice, and he was telling all this small anecdotes about the dubbing process. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. The guy who played Skeletor, was he popular at all, or?
His name is Alvaro something, I don't remember right now, but yeah, he was he was a big not exactly yeah.
All right, let me see. Well, Skeletor got the same laugh. All right, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So what was the actor's name again?
Ruben Moya.
Yeah, so mad props to him, because he was He-Man to a lot of people. You know, he was He-Man to a lot of people and around the world, and that was pretty cool. I actually got to hear his voice down one time in South America, and which brings us to the next part where we're talking about. Growing up, I remember for some reason why in the back of my head that the He-Man theme had words to it, and I couldn't figure out why. And thanks to YouTube, I mean, God bless YouTube, because I'm a doctor now. I know everything about He-Man. I can fix a car, all thanks to YouTube. And because of YouTube, I've, as we agree,